Football is a beautiful sport, but sometimes we need to consider the risks to the players, the fans, and the managers, and everybody that's involved in the sport. And I feel like hosting the World Cup in the USA is dangerous. We're just kind of walking into a potential dangerous scenario. We've seen what's going on at Copa America and the casualties, and it's just so disorganized what has happened. Football is a beautiful game. Everybody's meant to enjoy it and love it, but the way it's been handled and the way the senior people have handled it in the USA is very, very worrying. It was an opportunity for the USA to really, make their mark in the football world, show that they can come in and mingle and show their quality, show off their country as a footballing nation. But instead it's gone completely left, from their nation being kicked out from the early stages to not being able to control the final, and the final being delayed not once, not twice, but 3 times. Fans crying, fans dehydrated. There's just so much risk involved in the World Cup happening in the USA. Is it worth it? Football is beautiful, we love football, but is the risk worth it for it to be held in the United States of America, a country which actually allows the use of guns? Not just a couple of days ago we saw an attempted assassination of the president. Imagine now you've got people from all over the world. It is a hot spot. You're kind of walking into this calamity, and it's not what we want. We want to watch football, we want to watch the game as it is, we want to see the players perform to the highest levels, but if they're not safe, how can we enjoy that? And I feel like it's a massive decision for FIFA to make, really, in the next 2 years. Is the USA fit to deal with such a major competition? Because I don't think it is. I do get onto people for criticizing the United States because I feel like sometimes it's unfair. They do try their best to really involve themselves in the football world, but their performance in terms of looking at the Copa America and how they've dealt with it, both with the ticketing issues, the fans struggling, the complaints. Even Marcelo Bielsa himself, one of the most popular managers in the world, has complained about the Copa America. It's been dealt with horribly. Darwin Núñez having to fight for his family. These are things you don't want to be seeing on a football pitch. The authorities are meant to deal with that sort of stuff, but we're not seeing it dealt with. Imagine now you've got people from all over the world coming together. Things can get out of hand. We've seen it in the Euros, fighting occurring, fans getting out of hands with each other. Can we risk that in a place like America where weapons can really be used and there's just a higher risk of casualties there? Not even on that sort of side, we can also look at it from a different perspective as well. The fact that the football pitches, I remember, as an Arsenal fan and Manchester United fans, when we went over to the US tour, and I'm sure Chelsea fans as well, the US tour, why was there so many ACL injuries following on from playing in the USA? The pitches were absolutely horrendous, risky for the players. Bielsa himself at the Copa America also complained about the pitches. The pitches are horrible and not fit for football. We're going to risk, already players are playing a lot of minutes. Already players are getting a lot of injuries due to the amount of games they're playing. Now you're asking them to go over to a country which hasn't got the best football pitches. It's just havoc, and it's just risking so much danger for the sport. And maybe it's just me as a fan and I'm overthinking it, but seeing what's going on with the Copa America, especially seeing players having to defend for their lives, defending their families, it's not a good look. And seeing dehydrated fans, the most important part of football is the fans, their enjoyment. Fans paid over £10,000 to get into the Copa America and they weren't even able to watch the game. It is a calamity. So maybe it's just me, but what's your thoughts? Do you think that the World Cup should actually be held in the USA, or do you feel like FIFA need to make a decision and move it?